2, 1.
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful!
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe! Run for your life, Joe!
Running!
Run faster! Oh no, Joe! The galaxy's doomed because of you!
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe!
Thank you.
Yo! That's f***ing diabolical! Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Sindel wins. Fatality. Finish him. Flawless victory. Prepare to die.
That's right, NerdCage Nation. The original Sindel, Tanya, and Serena, Leah Montalongo will be here on NerdCage Live for a live Q&A on Friday, September 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Central. Be there.
Greetings, citizens! You're now trapped in the nerd cage with your hosts Mark and Jay. We hope you have a smashing good time.
You're about to witness the strength of geek knowledge. Hello and welcome. That's right, you're trapped in NerdCage Live. This ain't just a reaction show, but a debate show and a live discussion on everything that makes people like you and I tick. So thank you for joining us tonight on the night that the Giants are playing. So I'm here with you guys. So please hit that like button and subscribe. I'm your co-host Jay St. G, certified geek, 7 days a week, coming to you live from Syracuse, New York, and always with me, my moderator and troll hammer, Joe from Fallen One Gaming. What is up?
What is up, Jay? Just a chill stream for everybody. We're just gonna hit some random topics and have fun tonight.
Absolutely. Plus, we got to talk about next week. We have a lot going on next week. This may be a chill stream, but next week may be the biggest week of NerdCage Live streams in NerdCage Live history. No cap. But for starters, Joe, who we got in the chat?
So far, the only one that's active is Shay.
Hey, man, Shay, always good to see you here, bud. And thanks for everyone else who's dropping in. You know what? Just a heads up here. If you're hanging out with us here live, awesome. Thank you. If you're coming back to check it out later and you just want to listen on your way to work, on your commute, or try to get through the workday, by all means, we appreciate you no matter what. Whether if you're here live or you come back later and check out the replay, always appreciate it. Oh, Toku Punk Productions is here as well. So
welcome.
Let's just get this out. I just wanted to just reiterate that Joe and I, we are on Twitch every Tuesday night. Man, what a stream we had on Tuesday night, dude.
Oh, yeah. A lot of fun was had. It was great Injustice stream for both of us.
Yes, last week we played Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This week we played Injustice. Joe, what are we playing this coming Tuesday?
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. So
yes.
Next week it's going to be full-on Mortal
Kombat next
all
week.
The way through.
Full-on Mortal Kombat next week. Next week is Combat Week. Not to mention, this month does mark the 29th anniversary of the original Mortal Kombat. So listen, if you're on Twitch... By the way, we are doing a simulcast on Twitch right now as we speak. NerdCage Live is on Twitch at twitch.tv/NerdCageLive. Alright. Also, let's talk about next week. We already covered what we're playing on Twitch, but let's just start by saying Thursday, I am proud and I'm excited to be welcoming our good friend Tab Monk 99 will be here on Thursday next week. I am super excited to have this man on. I've been a fan for a long time. The fact that he's just willing to come on willingly. He's a very big... Listen, for those who don't know him, he's an OG Mortal Kombat YouTuber. I'm not just talking any Mortal Kombat YouTuber. He's been around since the dawn of YouTube. He's been around like 15, 16 years, something ridiculous. He's like one of the OGs. Him and Total MK, Komi Dogu, they're like the OGs. Mortal Kombat Online, the Nethercast. Like, he's among that, like, ranking of, you know, he's been there from the jump. So I'm personally really excited to have him on. Again, I've been a fan a long time. He's very knowledgeable. He talks to a lot of the insiders from the old school Midway days. So this will be exciting. I definitely have many questions for him. I definitely want to talk Battle of the Realms. I want to talk the new MK 2021. You know, maybe we'll talk a little bit Mortal Kombat Conquest, Annihilation, all that. I cannot wait to chop it up with this man. Like I said, color me excited, and please check him out. TabMonk99 on YouTube. Sub that man up. And also follow him on Twitter. He's always posting really cool facts and pictures and stuff. If you're worried about the spelling, it's just combat backwards. Yeah, TabMonk99. TabMonk. This dude's a trip. TabMonk, by the way. Yeah, he's very he's got that dry humor. But I can dig it. Like, if you're a fan of dry humor, you're gonna love this guy. Like I said, I'm head over heels that he's agreeing to come on. He's been on my wish list for a while, and talk about like perfect timing. So, this should be absolutely fun. And of course, Joe, do the honors. Who do we have next Friday on our special stream next Friday? Next Friday, we have the queen herself, Leah Montalongo. Yes. She is Sindel. She is Serena. She is Tanya. She is great. Yes. I'm again head over heels. Childhood dream come true. And I just want to say special thanks to Master Anthony Marquez, who kind of helped me put this in motion. So in case you're wondering how I did it, that's how I did it. But yes, Leah Montalongo, she's, currently she's not in the gaming industry anymore, but she has her own yoga / dance studio, and she's still like a very she's a prominent female bodybuilder. She competes in health competitions and whatnot. She looks fantastic. Just saying. But yeah, she was the original Sindel from Mortal Kombat 3, Tanya from Mortal Kombat 4, and Serena from Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. She interviews very well. She's very she's definitely got a big personality. Really, really looking forward to having her on. She did an interview with Komi Dogu about a month ago, and it was all sorts of fantastic, which kind of motivated me to get her on here. So please, please, please be there for that. Next Friday, September 24th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central. Again, very special NerdCage live stream interview. If you have your questions, submit to me and Joe now. Go to the Facebook discussion group. Send us a question. Because if we're busy And if chat's popping, I can't guarantee you we're going to be able to ask your question on the live show. But if you get your questions to us early, I promise you I will set your question aside and I will ask on your behalf. Please do so. But it'll be fun. I have all sorts of questions for her. And yeah, like, again, childhood dream come true. I cannot believe I'm doing this. This is the third person from the active... the on-screen Mortal Kombat characters that we've had on the show, and I'm going to do my very best to get more. I'm not going to make any promises, but I can at least promise you that I will try to get more Mortal Kombat names onto the show, whether if they're part of the games, whether if they're a YouTuber like Tab Monk, or possibly an actor or actress from the movies. I'm going to try, okay? I'm always going to try. No guarantee, but I will try. But at least I came through for Leah Montalongo came through for us, and this will be an absolute honor. I really hope everybody can be there next Friday for that. So that's all I got as far as shamelessly promoting our stuff material for next week. But Joe, that's been an
on that same weather. I don't want to get off topic yet. But on the same web of the live cast from Mortal Kombat, did you hear the current events that are going on with Carrie Hoskins and her helmet?
Oh, that her. Oh yeah, she from the
helmet 25 years ago. And
yeah,
she's given a $250 reward for anybody that finds it and gives it back.
Yeah, it was stolen. Yeah, I did see about that on Twitter the other day. Yeah, so that was from what game was that from? It was some fighting game where she played like a Viking lady.
A Viking game of some
Yeah,
sort.
she was like a Viking lady.
Yeah, and it's fit to her head, so nobody else can have it fit anyway.
Yeah.
It's almost like an Excalibur thing.
Yeah. Hey, it's cool. Shay's, just want to point out what Shay's, just his text here. Joe, go ahead and read that.
He says, it surprises me how many legit martial artists there were who did acting for the OG Mortal Kombat.
Yep. And that was all in Master Pacina's circle too, and it's interesting. Leah was like I said, she was more of a bodybuilder, but she did have some martial arts background. Carrie Hoskins, she took on martial arts after the fact, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But like, and John Parrish, who played Jax, again, he's
in the military, right?
Yes,
yeah.
He was actually in the military. In fact, the military boots that Jax wears in Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 are actually his combat boots when he served. And he also practices martial arts too, but he was more of a military background, which is pretty cool because Jax is a militant character. But yeah, like Master Pacina, Carlos Pacina, Richard DeVizio, obviously Master Anthony Marquez, all legit martial artists who competed in martial. Oh, Ho Sung Pak, all legit martial artists and whatnot. So, and like I said, childhood heroes, and the fact, again, before we move on to our topics for this drop this week, Joe, but like, it's just so cool. Like you and I, we've been playing Mortal Kombat since we were kids. Like we were 5. We're 90s kids. We're in our mid-30s. I can't believe I'm closer at this point. I'm closer to 40 than I am 30. But the fact that like all these people like that we see on Mortal Kombat when we were kids are been coming on NerdCage, and the fact that like I'm not disappointed. Like what I mean by that is they're such cool people that have common things in common with us. And that's just so damn awesome. I've met some other like big names, and I had other idols that I've met who are just complete dicks or otherwise. But everyone from Mortal Kombat have been just hands down the coolest people I've ever met in my life, and it's just been such a treat. It's just cool that you find out that your idols like the same stuff that you do.
Exactly. Yeah.
And one more thing about next week. I'm working very, very hard on another Mortal Kombat related video. I can say, I don't want to put the pressure on me. I think that will drop next Saturday. When it's ready, I will definitely like schedule it. I'm not gonna like drop it out of nowhere. When it's ready, I'm gonna schedule it. So, and I at this rate, it should be next Saturday. If not, maybe early the following week. But I'll say this: I'm 75% sure that this surprise Mortal Kombat video will drop next Saturday. I will drop it probably around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So keep your eyes out for that. It's something very special that Mark and I did record. I'm just in the editing. It's baking in the oven right now, and it's coming out fantastic so far. I promise you guys will love it. Promise you. Something we've never done on the channel before. I'm not going to say what it is because it's a surprise. And when you see that notification, you guys are going to flip. Trust me. All right. So that's enough about next week.
Shay wants to know if either of us have martial arts training. I can tell you right now, I do not.
Yes. Well, not lately. So, when I grew up, I did take karate for a few years. I had one stint as a small kid, and I took karate again in high school. I've been away from it ever since. And then when I was in my 20s for a number of years, I took boxing fitness classes. I never actually boxed. Like, I never got I never was licensed to box. I never sparred nobody, but I took boxing, boxing cardio, boxing training for a number of years because they used to have it at my gym that I went to. So that's all the martial arts I have is, boxing, fitness, and karate from when I was younger. I'm working really hard right now to get my ass back in shape, losing weight, getting strong. I plan on getting back in martial arts soon. It's been a number of years, but yes, I do have a little bit of martial arts, from when I was younger.
I'd be interested in that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only thing that's trained on me so far are my thumbs and my trigger fingers.
I wish I was in Chicago because I would join Master Pacina and Master Marquez's schools in a heartbeat. Honest to God, like if there's anybody I want to train under, I want to train under those guys. Absolutely. If I lived in Chicago, maybe someday I will. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a job offer in Chicago and I'm out of Syracuse. Who knows?
Movie aficionados is in the chat now.
Oh wow! Josh Burris, how you been, dude? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you on here, and I see you've been hustling, dude. But yeah, so movie aficionados. So let's talk. Since movie aficionados, let's talk the news that dropped this week. So Joe, go ahead. Let's talk about Hawkeye.
All right, Hawkeye's new trailer dropped. It stars both Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, of course. And it has Kate Bishop this time, so it has both Hawkeyes in there.
Yeah.
And it drops around what, December, Christmas time?
Yeah, I just saw the trailer. It was end of November.
Yeah, so that should be pretty interesting. I did enjoy the trailer. How did you feel about it, Jay?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I was impressed. I'm not an MCU guy.
I'm impressed in a while on the MCU.
I'm not an MCU guy. Here's why I typically I actually kind of enjoyed this trailer. Besides there's one shot, really crappy CGI shot where you see that arrow with the green bomb and it wrapped around the bell. That was stupid. But other than that, the rest of the trailer was awesome. Here's why I was impressed with it, because this series was more grounded, whereas WandaVision was just off the wall stupid. So was Loki. Falcon and the Winter Soldier I haven't watched, but at least that was more like grounded. This is more grounded, whereas Hawkeye, he doesn't have no superpowers. He's an assassin. He's a vigilante. He's an Avenger. And you know what, Joe? This trailer gave me Die Hard vibes.
A little bit, yeah. I can get on board with that, yeah.
I felt like this looked very grounded and action-oriented, like a Die Hard movie. Maybe it was like the action fused through Christmas. I don't know. But I was actually pretty impressed with this trailer. So, Joe, if you start watching it, because I know I'm not going to give Mickey Mouse...
I'll definitely watch it. Yeah.
Good. Invite me over, because I'm not going to give Mickey Mouse my money. Hell no. Mickey Mouse ain't getting Jay St. G's money. But I'll go over to Joe's house and I'll watch it for free.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And if you did see Black Widow, spoiler alert, they did kind of promote Hawkeye, and that they didn't show Florence Pugh in the trailer, but at some point in Hawkeye we're going to see a showdown between Florence Pugh's character in Hawkeye. And yeah, I was yeah. Oh, so that's right. Shay's in the Chicago area. But yeah, I was yeah. Again, I'm not gonna say here. I'm not gonna stand here and say I'm excited for this, but the trailer impressed me, and I may check it out over at Joe's house.
Yeah. Well, if I know you'll know in the first episode or two whether you're going to continue watching it or not.
Yeah. And eventually I want to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier. I have no interest in watching WandaVision or Loki at all.
Yeah.
Because I can't stomach the silliness.
Mm.
I'll leave it at that. I mean, I know what happens. I mean, I've been keeping up with all. I've been listening. Yeah. I listen to the Weekly Planet podcast, and they're the ones that kind of talk like, give me the rundown of every episode and whatever. And I'm just like, eh.
We got our reviews, so you checked out all our reviews too, I'm sure. So.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on Hawkeye? Anybody to check anything on Hawkeye before we move on to the other comic book news that dropped this week? Joe, you got anything else on the Hawkeye?
No, I'm pretty good on it so far. I'd have to watch it to start getting more review knowledge, but I did like the trailer. I enjoyed it.
All right. So the next topic of discussion that really caught me off guard, Penguin.
Yeah.
I'm not talking March at the Penguins. We're talking about Penguin from Batman, and not just any Penguin. This is specific. This is actually the Colin Farrell Penguin from the upcoming The Batman, and this series is going straight to HBO Max. And on top of that, this is not the only HBO Max series spin-off of The Batman. We have Gotham PD coming out still, which I thought was canceled, but I guess they just had new writers or something. But they are doing a Penguin origin story. So this is definitely a prequel to The Batman, explaining how the Penguin rose to power in the criminal underworld of Gotham. And
how about that makeup, huh?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
All right, so Joe, go ahead. What are your general thoughts on Penguin?
I'm kind of excited to see where they go with it, because I mean, with the other TV shows like Gotham and everything, it didn't really capture me too much. Even the Batwoman series didn't really capture me, but I'm hopeful for this one because this one's got a different spin for it.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, Penguin hasn't been in the spotlight in forever, so this is something fresh and new. And I just want to see how Colin Farrell portrays this, because it's very interesting to me. I also want to see if there's a Danny DeVito cameo. That would be kind of cool.
Who knows? That'd be pretty funny. I don't think they're going to go that route. That's just my opinion. So for those who don't know already, is the Batman with Robert Pattinson is takes place in Earth 2. So it's the second dimension basically from the DCEU. This is the DCEU multiverse. This is Earth 2. Now here's what I'm happy about. I got two things I want to talk about. One, this is just refreshing that we're getting another well-known Batman villain is getting the spotlight, whereas Joker got his own solo movie with Joaquin Phoenix and yet another version of the Joker. Which I think, between you and me, I think they're kind of hinting at a 3 Jokers storyline. Eventually. Maybe. Who knows? But it's just cool that we're getting the Penguin, not the Joker. Don't get me wrong. I love the Joker. And by the way, I also read this week that the Joker 2 is still moving forward with Todd Phillips and the Joaquin Phoenix. I read that the other day too. But it's just cool. We're getting another Batman villain. Getting an origin story. And this will be interesting. Now, Joe. You said that this hasn't been done in a while. I'm going to combat you real quick. It was kind of done kind of recently. Did you ever watch Gotham on Fox?
That's what I was talking about. I haven't watched it. I couldn't get into it. So I know almost nothing about the Gotham series.
Okay, so I watched Gotham. I watched the first 2 seasons. And then the end of season 2, season 3, it got stupid. I'm not gonna lie, more so in season 3 is where I kind of quit. Then I came back and watched a couple episodes here and there, sprinkled through in, and then I watched the last episode was good, where Bruce becomes Batman and he confronts everybody. He confronts like the Penguin, the Riddler, Catwoman as Batman. That was actually pretty well done. It ended on a high note, but the series overall was bad. But the first 2 seasons were good. Where I was really intrigued, I thought the best character, honest to God, was Penguin, portrayed by oh my God, I can't remember the actor's name. Robin, or I can't remember the. I can't remember the actor's name, but he did a really, really good version of a younger Penguin. And basically his origin story was he worked for Fish Mooney, portrayed by Jada Pinkett Smith, who was fantastic, just saying. She still got it. And anyway, he worked for her, and then eventually he betrayed her, killed her. Spoiler alert, she ends up coming back. But he killed her, and then basically took up, not her mantle, but took over her empire. And he basically became the new king of Gotham, kingpin of, the criminal world of Gotham. So I'm very intrigued to see how Colin Farrell's going to pull this off. By the way, I totally dig his look, because he looks a lot like the Arkham Asylum Penguin, just without the glass in the eye, but I like that look. That look of Penguin. I mean, oh my, look at that picture on screen. Like, Colin Farrell is, like, totally unrecognizable. Like, if I saw that picture, I wouldn't have known that's Colin Farrell, honest to God. Just because I knew it was Colin Farrell going in. By the way, for anyone who's going to complain, oh, Colin Farrell was Bullseye. Listen. Watch the movie from 2020 called The Gentleman, directed by Guy Ritchie. Colin Farrell was fantastic in that movie, playing a bad guy, and I'll just say he'll have no problem playing the Penguin. Just saying. Yeah. So yeah, I really can't wait to see this.
It's almost a reoccurring theme now that anybody that's in DC or Marvel is going to be in the opposite in some other role. It's almost like a game they're playing now, where if you're in Marvel, you're in DC in one way or another. It's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm intrigued by the show. I can't say I'm excited by Gotham PD, but I'll probably watch it anyway, just for the sake of the channel. And yeah, I just think this will be good. I hope it's good. It's interesting how hard they're going in on this particular Batman universe that's coming out yet. And here's one thing I'm kind of disappointed is I really want to see a Ben Affleck series.
Yeah.
But there is the Batgirl series coming out on HBO Max, which is taking place in that the Ben Affleck Batman DCEU. And it's going to have, what's his nuts there, J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. So it's pretty funny that we're getting multiple Batmen. I mean, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton are going to be in the Flash movie, and you got Pattinson. So we're very much going to be getting...
They're also talking about Michael Keaton might get his own standalone Batman. I don't know if it's a series or if it's a movie, but he might get another one.
Yeah.
They're in talks about it right now, so that's kind of cool.
So we're basically getting 3 Batman series at the same time. How that will pan out, I mean, I'm personally excited for it, and I'm good with it. I'm just worried about the general audience getting confused. But the majority of this stuff is going to HBO Max, and that's the beauty of HBO Max, is they got the freedom to do all these different versions of the multiverse, and I'm here for it. And yes, I agree with Toku Punk. I hope it's better. I never watched Batwoman. I was never sold on it personally. I never cared for the character. Not to dislike any wokeness or anything like that. I was just never a fan of the character of Katie Kane. She hasn't been how do I say this? She wasn't the character I grew up with. Like, I grew up with Bruce Wayne. I grew up with Barbara Gordon, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd. like I enjoy the character of Damian Wayne, but I never got into Batwoman, Katie Kane. Never got into. I didn't care for Batman Bad Blood. I never got into the CW series. I mean, I heard that was a hot mess. Joe, I know you keep up with the Arrowverse. You ever watch Batwoman?
I do, but the Batwoman thing is the only one I didn't because I didn't have HBO Max when it came out.
Well, it's on the CW.
Yeah, I got rid of cable before it came out too.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have either one.
No, okay, Norton Shin, let me correct you. Batwoman is Bruce Wayne's cousin. Katie Kane is Bruce Wayne's cousin. She's a lesbian, just throwing that out there. That's I'm just saying she's a lesbian. And she was, what she did is she just took up the mantle of Batman, but, well, no, she became Batwoman, but people thought she was Batman, and then she added, like, the red wig to make sure that people knew that she was a woman. But I never found the character intriguing. Alicia Silverstone was Batgirl. That version of Batgirl was the daughter of Alfred, which is not comic accurate.
His niece, I thought.
Oh, the niece. Yeah, her niece. Alfred's niece. Sorry, I haven't watched the movie in years.
All right.
But the real Batgirl is Commissioner Gordon's daughter. Batwoman is Bruce Wayne's cousin.
Yeah.
Hey, my buddy Tsukala. How you doing, man? He's someone I played football with. It's good to see you in here, bud.
Nice.
But yeah.
And I did see Norton's Chin in here was saying the next movie should be about the Riddler. You want to take that because they actually have the Riddler in.
Yes. So the Riddler is the main villain of the Batman. So
can we talk about the look for a second of the Riddler?
Yeah, I wish if I knew this topic was going to come up, I would have had a picture ready. But he looks a lot like kind of like an S&M.
Yeah, almost looks like a gimp.
The gimp, yeah. So I'm not gonna lie to you though, this version of the Riddler looks freaking awesome because they're taking a page out of the movie 7. And if you, Joe, you're a gamer, back me up on this. If you've ever played Batman Arkham City, that version of the Riddler is a lot like the Jigsaw Killer. You know, the 7 and Jigsaw Killer. And that's the approach that they're going with for the Riddler in this next movie, even though he's got the black leather on. I will say this. I really hope this Batman movie is rated R. They haven't revealed it yet. I have a feeling it could be rated R. I hope it is. I don't think it's going to, but I hope it is. And it wouldn't surprise me if it is because, I mean, the Joker was rated R and that made $1 billion, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm very intrigued by this version of the Riddler. Please don't let Jim Carrey's version of the Riddler taint your hopes. This Riddler is a serious Riddler. Like I said, if you've played the Arkham games or if you're a fan of the movie 7, we're in for a goddamn treat as for the Batman with the Riddler as the main villain. And again, I'm just happy that there's no Joker, okay? We've seen the Batman Joker thing so many times. But we're getting the Riddler as the main villain. Penguin's going to make like a 10-minute appearance. Like he's going to be in the movie for like 10 minutes. And we're going to be seeing a Selena Kyle become Catwoman. So, and this is basically a year 2 story of the Batman. So, that should be friggin' awesome. And yeah, that's all I got as far as the Penguin. Like I said, color me excited. Coming to HBO Max, who knows when. The Batman drops in theaters in March. And I think 2022 is going to be a good year for DC. Between the Batman, the Flash, and the one I'm most excited for, Black Adam. Oh yeah, and Aquaman, but Black Adam's the one I'm most excited for.
Now, I don't want to bring the stream down, but I do want to address some somber news. I want to say rest in peace to Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Great comedian. Great.
Yeah.
One of the legends, for sure.
Yeah, I guess while we're on the topic of Norm Macdonald, I did a episode of the Review Roulette podcast. Please sub them up, by the way. And we watched the movie Dirty Works. Not a good movie in my opinion, but Norm Macdonald had some really, really funny moments in that movie. Also, fun fact, Dirty Works was the last movie that Chris Farley ever did. So it's just another one gone too soon. He had a 9-year private battle with cancer. He was no stranger to controversy. Here's the one thing I appreciate about Norm Macdonald is that he had no filter. He did not let any PC thing get in the way. He didn't let cancel culture get in the way. He said what he wanted to say. He got fired a couple times from SNL for saying some really heavy jokes like on O.J. Simpson and shit like that. Props to the man. He was never afraid to say what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
And he'll be missed. And I'm sure he's kicking it with Chris Farley as we speak. Yeah. And 61, way too young. Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah. Joe, anything else? I want to wrap this. I know this is a short stream, but I want to wrap this up because my New York Giants are on right now against the Washington Foreskins. We're gonna spank that ass. I hope. I just thrown shout out to my buddy Ash Money Records, another Giants YouTuber. He posted a really funny picture of I don't know if you remember that cartoon Dexter's Laboratory. It's a picture of Dexter praying, and then he's praying to a picture of Daniel Jones, and the quote says, "Stunt these hoes."
Nice.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Anthony Mackie and an upcoming Twisted Metal movie.
Yep. No, it's not a movie.
Our series? Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So, real quick, Joe, dish it out.
He's supposed to be playing the role of John Doe, who drives roadkill, which is kind of a weird take on the series because everybody thinks that if you're going to have a main character, it's going to be Sweet Tooth. I'm kind of interested in if they have Sweet Tooth in it and who they cast, but at the same token, it's kind of going to be interesting to see them portray this point of view. So I'm interested to see how they do it.
Do you have any reservations because of the whole video game movie thing? And I don't know.
If it was a movie, I'd be a little nervous. This being a series, they can do a lot more with it. You know what I mean? So. Okay,
but do you think Twisted Metal, the game, translates to a movie? A game about demolition, derbies, deadly demolition derbies. Do you think that will translate to live action?
Well, the original Death Race did with Jason Statham, and I mean that was almost the same thing. You know what I mean? So I mean, it could work. Plus, it's
you remember who directed that, right?
Yeah, and I mean it's being done by PlayStation Studios, so it's going to have a lot of heaviness from the game in there. So they may be able to translate it a little easier now that they have consultation with an actual game studio. So
we'll see. Listen. I've been burned so many times before.
I know. There's that curse. I know.
And that's why I can't get excited. Okay, one more.
Gotta break it. Come on.
Okay. Actually, one more topic before we go. We got oh my god, I lost my train of thought. There was one more topic that we were going to cover. I can't remember now. Let's see. Shoot. I just had it in my mind and I just forgot.
Movies or games?
Huh?
Movies or games?
Movies. Now I remember now. Twins 3 or Twins 3. Twins 2.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say Twins 3. Twins 2. Real quick. So they announced Twins 2, which has been in development hell for decades.
Yeah.
And I guess Tracy Morgan's playing the quote long lost brother of Arnold and Danny DeVito. And I said this to you privately, Joe. I said it to Mark actually. I said to Mark, I'm like Mark, I've been burned by these long-awaited sequels. For example, Coming to America 2. I hated it. So I can't get. Listen. If there's any comedy, if there's any Arnold comedy I'd want to see a sequel to, it's definitely Twins. But I'm just afraid it's not going to capture the magic from 30+ years ago. I personally like Tracy Morgan, but Tracy Morgan hasn't been like that same raunchy, funny man that he was 10 plus years ago.
Yeah, he hasn't had enough relevance as of late.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong, I'm kind of excited to see Arnold and Danny DeVito re-team up because, like I said, Twins was great. I'm probably in the minority here that actually liked Junior, but I thought Twins is fantastic. Twins still holds up. That being said, I can't be excited for Twins 2. I just don't want to get burned by this. Again, I've been burned many times before with these sequels that get made 20 years plus later.
Oh, so, no, Jay. Do you want to take that bonus commentary question?
No. Man, like, now that like the whole internet knows what triggers me, I feel like this is going to be an ongoing thing.
Yep.
Maybe, you know what? Just maybe I'm going to post that. I'm going to take that clip from our Twitch stream from Tuesday and throw it up on YouTube this weekend for everybody to watch. Just for you guys to have it out there. So listen,
Paul Taggett in the chat.
Oh, Paul, good to see you, my friend. We're getting ready to go though. So let's just wrap this up. Let's just recap what we got going on next week. Again, next week, go ahead, Joe. What are we playing on? What are we playing on Tuesday on Twitch?
Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be playing Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Absolutely. It is Combat Week. Next week is Combat in celebration of the 29th anniversary of the original Mortal Kombat. We're going to play Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 in honor of our upcoming guest on Friday. But before we get to next Friday's guest, I just want to reiterate, next Thursday, I am honored, I am excited to welcome our good friend Tab Monk 99, one of the OG Mortal Kombat YouTubers, 15,000 plus subscribers, coming on here to hang out with us to talk everything Mortal Kombat. Real cool dude. If you're a fan of dry humor, you will love this guy. Please sub him up. If you want to get caught up on Mortal Kombat. If you're new to Mortal Kombat, you want to get caught up on Mortal Kombat lore. He digs deep into like everything Mortal Kombat. He's got connections to all the insiders of Mortal Kombat. This definitely sub this man's channel up. Again, he's been around like for like more than a decade. He's like one of the OG Mortal Kombat YouTubers from like the mid 2000s. Real cool dude. I'm really excited. Cannot wait to chop it up with him. I may just do a little cosplay for you guys on Thursday. Just saying. So please be there Thursday as NerdCage Live welcomes Justin Tab Monk 99. And Joe, tell them what we got going on next Friday.
Next Friday, we have the queen herself, Leah Montalago.
Yes.
Should be an awesome time.
Very much looking forward to having her on. It's just nice that we finally, rarely we ever get a lady here on NerdCage Live. But yes, Leah Montalago, the original Sindel from Mortal Kombat 3, the original Tanya from Mortal Kombat 4, and she was Serena in Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, if you remember that game. Very, very excited to have her on. She's taken time off her very busy schedule as she runs a dance studio and she competes in health competitions. The fact that and of course she's a mother as well. The fact that she's taken the time off her busy schedule on Friday, September 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to hang out here on NerdCage Live. And of course, it's going to be live here. So if you guys have any questions for her, please pop in. If you want us to guarantee your question get asked on the show, get your questions to us early on the NerdCage Live Facebook discussion group. I promise you, I'll ask on your behalf if you give us your questions to us early. I know Derek from Bonus Commentary has already submitted his question, so we will definitely ask this particular question that regarding Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That should be a fun question, but I'm very much looking forward to it. She interviews well. She is a big personality. I cannot wait to have her on, so please be there again. Next Friday, September 24th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Central. Very, very much looking forward to having Miss Leah Montalago, the original Sindel, right here on NerdCage Live. Joe, you got anything else before we call it a night here?
No, I think that's it. I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, this was a fun little stream. Thanks for everybody who came in. Norton Shin, Paul Tech, Bonus Commentary, Toku Punk, Shay Smithers. You guys are my dudes, man. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. It means the world to me. Again, next week is going to be the biggest live stream week of NerdCage in NerdCage Live history. Just throwing that out there. And of course, I have a more comment related video dropping hopefully next Saturday. I'm not gonna make any guarantees. Hopefully next Saturday that video will drop. Keep your eyes open for that. When I have it done, I will schedule it so you guys can get excited. Okay. But Joe, thanks so much for doing what you do as always. And man, I'm ready to duke it out with you again on Twitch. Last week I whooped your ass in MVC2. I will submit and say that yeah, I got defeated more times than quite a bit on Injustice 2. But this week, boy, you best be ready, homie.
Oh, this week the gloves are off.
Let's do it. So yes, be there. Twitch.tv/NerdCage Live Tuesday 8 as we play Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Now that Joe and I will duke it out, maybe we'll do some campaign. Maybe we'll go through the arcade ladder as well. Who knows? So maybe we'll do a Sindel arcade ladder or something. That should be fun. So yes, please be there. Twitch.tv on Tuesday, Thursday TabMonk99, and Friday will be Leah Montalongo right here on YouTube. It will be simulcast, but I highly recommend coming on YouTube just because. That's where we want all the subscribers and stuff. So, yeah. Again, thank you to everybody much who came in tonight. As always, just remember, we ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, spread that shit like syphilis. So to you, I say, from Syracuse, New York, to all of our friends and fans around the world at NerdCage Live, enjoy life, stay safe, and good night.
Good night.
Sindel wins. Fatality. Finish him. Flawless victory. Prepare to die.
That's right, NerdCage Nation. The original Sindel, Tanya, and Serena, Leah Montalongo will be here on NerdCage Live for a live Q&A on Friday, September 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Central. Be there.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it! All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful!
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe, the galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live. Ooh, trying to get out of the Nerd Cage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live!